Hi, I'm Chris Mutsars, together with Mora Mangiri from Utrecht University. We've done a study and we've made a podcast about crossing the chasm for plant-based foods. So enjoy the ride in this podcast. It's a podcast made for SMEs on how to gain more traction after their first consumers uh, have have joined. The strategies need to change, of course. Different customers need different things. So that's what we're gonna try and explain. What's gonna be the way forward? What do you need to pay attention to? We first dive into why it's important. Consumers need to think more about plant-based foods. First of all, I want to start off with the environmental impact. Animal agriculture is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions and deforestation. It requires a lot of water, land, and other various resources. Plant-based diets have a lower environmental impact than diets that rely heavily on animal products. Secondly, the food security has been uh, alerted to us that uh, there are there's a growing population worldwide, which means there will be a need for more food, but the current animal agriculture won't be enough to supply everyone. So we need to look into other methods, other ways, other foods to sustain, to just give everyone food. Lastly, health benefits is a is a good part of plant-based foods as well. It reduces the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. Plant-based diets are high in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, which can support overall health and well-being. Many people around the world are already familiar with plant-based foods. However, they aren't quite crossing the chasm yet, because this is seen, according to Unilever, with 42% of consumers think that most uh, most people will be eating plant-based foods instead of meat by the next decade. However, a large part of this group are still meat eaters. That's where marketing can create a big opportunity to push and gain extra consumers. Firstly, I'll explain shortly about what crossing the chasm means. We're using Muller's book to back up our study. He describes the different kinds of consumers have different requirements. The first group we already have within the plant-based sector. They've already entered. They were often animal cruelty, environmental awareness, or health benefits were quite the important requirements for these people. However, the people who haven't joined yet feel like this is less of a need, it's less big. So we need to pull these over the line how we want to. So therefore we need some different strategies. As said here by Robert.
If you go the expensive route, then you do already have some good options. However, most options at the moment still are just not that great.
The quality standard has not met its vision of this project yet. Robert represents a group where cost and taste are the most important factors. Further, could be argued that we are living in a cultural lock-in, where people are not testing enough with newer plant-based products. According to a study done by Varela, says that the main barrier to a changed diet is the lack of knowledge for preparing plant-based meals. Many participants in the study felt that there was a conflict between health and sustainability. Looking at them as highly processed and suggesting that meat replacers might not be an easy way to change into a more plant-based diet. It's clear the perception of possible adopters need to change. On this topic, one of our interviewers said,
A good way for companies to promote eating the plant-based foods is bring out recipes with them.
trying to break out of meat being the centerpiece might be very difficult on a short time basis. However, cultures do change in little steps. With companies giving out extra recipes to change the perception of plant-based products, a lot more than you think might happen.